all true and happening today. Challenged are on Facebook, live on. Oh, this is a whole new state and burning things, and maybe challenge family stuff as well. A lot of instability, definitely on the planet for sure. And, so as we look, around the planet and around everywhere that's going on, there is this constant pulling us out of our core so that we are not grounded, we are not centered, and we're always given this illusion or this idea that all the answers are outside of us. And so, what I am doing here and helping all of you learn how to do so you can do this on a consistent basis is how to stay inward, how to stay in your inner core so that you can find all the answers, which are all in here. All of this social media is a constant distraction. We have friends, we have family, that's a distraction. And, all of the answers are told that if we just go out here, maybe if we find the right therapist or we find the right partner or we get a good dog or, whatever it is, that it's all on the outside. And the truth is, real stability is found inward and connected to our planet Earth. And so that's what we're going to be doing today on this MediClearing, is so that you can really feel the effects of the difference between maybe where you are right now. Maybe you're struggling, maybe you're challenged with your life issues, and you don't, you're feeling that instability, you're feeling everything that's going on. And so I want you to sort of pay attention to how your body is feeling right now, any anxiety, uncertainty that you're feeling. And I want you to pay attention to this so that by the end of this, you're going to notice a huge difference. So I also want to check in and see if any of you have any questions. I have my glasses nearby so we can check that. Hey, Lynn, thank you so much for helping me this morning. And Roma, great to see you here, my support team. and I'm not seeing a feed on Facebook. Maybe I have to be on Facebook to do that. But at either way, I just want to check one more thing. Thank you for being patient with me as we go through these interesting challenges. We don't want to do that. Hang on. Just one more thing. No. Okay, so we're just going to keep going with where. Whoopsie. No. Did I lose Facebook? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna forget about Facebook today. And we're just gonna move forward because this is it's causing too many problems. So hang on. Okay, so we're just doing YouTube. So hang on. And you can only do what you can do, and that's just how it is. Oh, that was that. Okay, sorry. Roma here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we are going to proceed with our clearing for today, and we are, I want you to really notice, you still see me on Facebook. Well, great, then I will, I don't know how that's possible, but at any rate, apparently I'm still live on Facebook too, so appreciate all your patience, and we are going to find some stability here. So, you know, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. This stuff works, and, you know, we all get challenged with all kinds of things. And so, you know, how do we stay calm among the chaos? How do we stay grounded and in our core? So that's what we're going to do today. And I want you to notice how, again, how you're feeling inside, because we're going to go back to this point when we're done. And I want you to be able to compare how you're feeling now with how we feel when we're done. So let's get started with this process called running your energy. It's a process you should be doing every day, unless you're really quite proficient at your energy, and then you would just need to check in from time to time. But if you're a beginner, we're going to start with the beginnings of learning how to run your energy. So the very first part, the three most important parts of getting ultra grounded, is to make sure that you have a really good grounding cord. The base, from the base of your spine all the way to the center of the planet, attach a big grounding cord, nice and fat. And that's going to accommodate all of the energies that are not yours, which is about 95% of what you generally are feeling. That we're just going to drop all that down the grounding cord. Okay, great. And then we are going to send those roots down from the bottoms of our feet. And we're going to bring that energy all the way up through our legs and then down that grounding cord. That's also going to help release a lot of this anxiety, stress, worry that you're feeling. And then the third part to getting ultra grounded is to pull in your worry circle. So right now it goes all the way out to the 15th layer. This is that 1% energy that is oppressing humanity. And we're just going to pull in all of that energy at the root, and we're going to just send it down the grounding cord. Just take a deep breath and just send all of that down your grounding. This is where all your worry collects. So if you're ever feeling anxious or worried, this will be the biggest thing that will make the difference, is making sure you're grounded, pulling in that worry circle and just sending it all down the grounding. Okay, great. So next, we're going to start bringing pure source energy in through our creative rings that are stacked above our head. And as pure source is bringing that energy down through your creative rings, it's going to recalibrate your dreams and your desires, all the things that you're wanting to create or do in your life. Pure source is going to make sure that this is at your highest and best interest. So we're going to just bring that down through the crown and the 6th chakra, down through the throat where it's stopping, out to the 3rd layer. So maybe this is contributing to our communication issues today. So we're going to just clear all of that energy right at the throat. We're just going to send that all down the grounding. Okay, great. So as we're bringing pure source down through the throat, down into the heart, where it's stopping again, we're going to go out to that 3rd layer. So this is where you might have people in your life that are causing you to feel like you have to prove something, prove your worth, prove your value, prove that you're worthy of something. Putting a lot of judgments in your space where you're always really hard on yourself, judging yourself really harshly. So we're just going to send all of this down the grounding as we release all of those judgments that are not yours. We're going to bring that down through the heart and the solar plexus. There we go, right at the solar plexus. This is the energy that's causing you to feel stuck, where you have to kind of push to make things happen, or there's a lot of effort. There's just a lot of hard work. So we're going to pull in this energy at the solar plexus, and we're going to just send it down your grounding. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So now all that energy is clear down that whole back side through the central orbit. So now we're going to mix these two energies at the root, and we're going to bring this 50-50 mixture up the front, real close to the spine. There we go. There we are. I just found myself live on Facebook. Okay. Anyway, here we are. So we're going to bring that 50-50 mixture up the front, real close to the spine. As it's coming up through that second chakra, so it's stopping right at that second chakra. Out to that third layer, where there's a lot of anger, a lot of rage. And we're just going to send that down the grounding cord. So I'm not taking away your ability to get angry. We're letting go of all the excess, all that anger that's not making things happen. So anger is a very useful energy if we use it in the moment. It's trying to cause us to usually, okay, let me back up. When we get angry, it's usually because there's some injustice happening. We don't feel heard, we don't feel understood, something is misaligned, something's not right that's causing us to be angry. And so this is when we use that angry energy, that forceful power, to make something right, to correct an injustice, and to move us to action. But what too many people are doing is they're just allowing all this energy just to circulate in their body, making them feel miserable, causing them to leave their bodies because it's just not a comfortable place to be. So we want to remove all the excess anger, which is what we're doing now in that second chakra. We're just sending it down the grounding. There we go. Okay, great. So now we're going to go back to bringing that 50-50 mixture up the front, through, up into that solar plexus where it's stopping again. So we're going to go out to that third layer. That's that stuck energy, the energy that makes you feel paralyzed, strapped, stuck, unmotivated, weighed down, maybe depressed. All of those kinds of energies is this what we're clearing right here. So we are literally changing your vibrational frequencies by releasing these stuck places, by releasing these lower vibrating energies that are not really serving us. Okay, great. And so as we're bringing this 50-50 mixture up through the solar plexus now, up through the heart. Whew. So it's stopping at the heart. Solar plexus. Okay, we're just going to back up a bit. There's something still at the solar plexus. We're going to go all the way out to the 15th layer where the 1% hangs out. This is a fear entity. And so this is a very common entity that this oppressive energy uses to help control humanity. So we're going to pull that energy in at the solar plexus. There we go. And we're going to pull this entity up into the heart. Now, a lot of people it might feel kind of icky, having this thing pulled in and instead of pulling it out. Well, we bring it out the way that it came in, and it came in through the crown. So that's where we're bringing it out to. So as we pull it up into the heart, we're going to see how it's configured there. Out to that 15th layer. So here's the 1% again, causing you to judge yourself harshly, to you know, have really high expectations or feel like you're not doing enough, kind of being hard on yourself. Okay, good. So now we're going to bring this fear entity up into the throat, where it goes out to that 3rd layer, where it doesn't allow you to speak up, speak your truth. So we're just going to pull that energy in. And we're going to pull that up into the 6th chakra now, where it also goes out to the 3rd layer. This is where you hold your beliefs. The 3rd layer is all about power. So these are the beliefs, the limiting and lack mindsets you have around feeling powerless, about feeling trapped or helpless, or, yep. Let's pull this fear entity up into the crown, where it goes all the way out to the 30th layer. The 30th layer is where that reptilian energy hangs out. The crown is where we give ourselves our personal permission. So here we have this huge entity covering our crown, not allowing us to have our personal permission. So we're just going to pull all of that in so we can have more access to our personal permission, so that we are sovereign, so that, well, we already are sovereign, but with all of this energy up at our crown, we can't access our sovereignty. We can't allow ourselves to have the lives that we choose because of all these energies up here. So let's go ahead and pull this fear entity up and out through the crown now. Okay, great. So let's go back to bringing this pure source energy down through the backside. Let's see, I can't even remember where we left off now. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So as we come down the backside, it's stopping at that 2nd chakra. All the way out to the 25th layer. That's a lot of fear. That's where the fear entities hang out. So, so here we have another fear entity in our energy field. And so this is becoming more and more rampant. I've been seeing more and more people overcome by these fear entities. A lot of people who think they're on the side of the light. I'm seeing a lot of it. Overtaken by 50 fear entities, but they still come off as being, you know, very calm and very grounded and very spiritual. But yeah. Anyway, so we've got to stay ahead of the game. We have to manage this stuff. Okay, so here this fear entity at the 2nd layer. It's also very angry. It has a lot of rage. And so the 2nd chakra is also an energy center that creates things. So here we have this reptilian energy creating through our 2nd chakra, using us as the tool to be these angry people that are basically providing them the energy that they need. They survive and thrive off of all of these darker energies: fear, anger, rage, worry, anxiety, all of the division and animosity. They love that stuff. They feed on those energies. So here they are in our 2nd chakra, causing us to create for them. Let's pull this fear entity up and out. So we're pulling it up into the solar plexus, where it goes out to that 3rd layer, causing us to feel paralyzed and unmotivated. which creates more anger, doesn't it? Let's pull this up into the heart, where it also goes out to the third layer, causing us to judge ourselves, be really hard on ourselves. Okay, great. Let's pull this up into the throat now, out to that third layer. Going to pull it up into the crown, where it also goes out to that, the sixth chakra, where it goes out to that third layer. And then we're going to pull it up into the crown, where it also goes out to the third layer. So this has really been holding down our power kind of all the way through our energy field. So we're lifting this up and out, sending this fear entity off planet. Okay, great. So now we're going to go back to bringing pure source down through the central core, through the heart, solar plexus, second chakra, spilling down the root. So now we're finally in a vertical alignment with this energy, connected way up high to pure source and rooted deeply into our Mother Earth, which is a stable place. It is the most stable place that we can connect to. So even if we're in our core, if we're not connected to the earth, we're not going to be stable. So this is really critical in finding real stability in life. So now we're going to mix these two energies together, this earth energy that's coming up through the legs, which is our Mother Earth, and it's mixing with this pure source that's coming down the backside. So we're going to bring that 50-50 mixture up the front as it's passing through that second chakra. It's getting stuck on a lot of anger and rage there. All the way out to the 25th layer. So there's a lot of fear along with this. So the good news is that these are not our energies and we can release them. So this is what we're doing right now. We're releasing all of these fear entities, or this one in particular, and it's very angry. So let's pull this up into 1, 2, 3. The solar plexus from the third layer. We're going to pull in that energy, causing more powerlessness. And if any of you have been feeling stuck out there, that'd be helpful to know, because I know I've been really challenged this week. A lot of, family stuff, just kind of stuff in general. So we're pulling this up through the heart, goes out to that third layer. So we're clearing more of those judgments. And we're going to pull this up into the up into the throat, out to that third layer. So we pull that in, pulling it up into the sixth chakra, out to that third layer, pulling it in, up into the crown. Goes all the way out to the 25th layer. So this is a lot of fear that's being put into our space where we're trying to access our sovereignty, where we're trying to access our personal permission, to give ourselves permission to have the lives we choose. So we're going to pull that up and out of the crown, the sphere entity. Excellent. So now we're going to go back to bringing the central orbit. So it's coming down the back side. It's coming up the front now. 50-50 mixture up through the second and the third and the heart. So it's stopping right at the heart. We're going to go out to that third layer, pulling in all of those judgments that are not ours. It could be people around us. We're also going to check for cords here in a minute. It could be people that are around us. It could be these influences of the 1%, reptilians. It could be all of that. And then as we pull this up into the heart and the throat and the sixth chakra right here, we're going to go out to the 15th layer. This is where it's congested, out to the 15th layer. where that 1% is trying to influence us with their thoughts, their beliefs, their free-range slavery program, their amnesia program, trying to get us to forget that we can self-generate love right here. And so these are all the energies that are influencing us on a daily basis, especially if we're not paying attention, and it just keeps accumulating until we just feel so overwhelmed. And then you're on medication or drinking a lot or smoking a ton of pot or whatever it is just to cope. So that's no fun. Let's pull this up into, so this 50-50 mixture has come up the front now. It's all the way clear, coming out the crown. Now it's going to come through those creative rings above our head. And then it's going to cascade down through all the layers of our aura. 360 degrees around, like paint being poured over a balloon. It's just seeping down. And then when that reaches below our feet, it's like we're in a big cocoon. When that reaches below our feet, it merges with our grounding cord so that our aura has a place to release. We're going to pay special attention to the third layer of the aura. We're going to start at the top. There's a lot of congestion in here that's making you feel like you have to work really hard, like you have to push to make things happen. It's causing you to maybe feel tired, depressed, unmotivated, kind of stuck. That's all here in this third layer of your aura. So we're just letting all this energy seep down through this layer. And it's just merging with your grounding cord so it has a place to release. And then we're going to jump out to the 15th layer, where we're going to start at the bottom. So this is that layer where that 1% energy hangs out. And so there's, especially as we're lifting this energy up through this layer, a lot of energy right around your solar plexus, more of that tired, stuck energy. And then a lot around the head. So this is affecting your thoughts, what you think, all those thoughts that are not yours, feeling angry and frustrated. They love that stuff. Okay, good. So we're just sending that off planet up through that central core. And then we're going to, let's see, 15, 20. The 20th layer wants to be grounded. So this is a really, I love this layer. It's the most powerful part of our aura. The 20th layer is where our awakened warrior, our innate warrior, I used to call it, sometimes I refer to it as our awakened predator. It's that predator part of us, not the creepy predator, but like the predator cats who have 360 degrees of awareness around them, where they are deeply connected to our Mother Earth. And they, in this awakened warrior energy, also has access to 360 senses. That's how many senses the Egyptians used to have when they were at the height of their civilization. So this layer wants to get grounded. So we're going to start at the top, and we're going to just clear this energy. So a lot around the solar plexus. So your awakened predator, innate warrior, is not feeling very powerful. So we're clearing this layer so that we can access more of these 360 senses. So we can create that awareness 360 degrees around us, that spatial awareness, that so that we can be more grounded and present in space and time. So that's what this awareness helps to create. So the 20th layer, and a lot around the third, second chakra, a lot of anger. So if if you're using anger to right or wrong, that's great. But most of you are not. Most of you are just holding on to anger um, and just being frustrated about everything that we see going on, and it's not really creating change. It's not righting a wrong. It's just feeding the beasts. So we are clearing this 20th layer, grounding this layer of our aura. And for those of you who have been following me, or if not, I'll just bring your awareness to the fact that this 20th layer is sandwiched on both sides by this 1% energy on one side, fear entities, and the reptilian energies on the other side, creating this compression, trying to hold down the most powerful part of our energy field. And so what humanity is trying to do as a whole is we're evolving, we're growing, we're expanding. We're expanding out to this 40th layer, which is where oneness exists. Oneness is not just a concept. It's not just a, an idea. It's something we can actually experience. In this 40th layer, there are no divisions. There are no separations. We are all one. But I'm not talking about that like the cookie cutter one. We each bring our own unique facets of this diamond to add to this amazing layer where we all contribute. And this is how we are all becoming one in this layer. So we are up against all of these oppressive energies that are not allowing us out to this 40th layer. So let's see, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now we are. So let's ground the 40th layer. We just cleared all that energy out of the 15th layer, 25th, 30th, and now we're being guided to ground this 40th layer of our aura, which is so excellent because we don't usually do this. So that's progress. That's great that you guys, more and more of you are showing up on a regular basis so that you're shifting your energies, you're altering your frequencies so that we can do more things. Like Spirit is saying, okay, do this, they're ready for this. So that's excellent. So the last thing we're going to do as far as running your energy before we remove cords is we're going to, just checking on time here, we're going to clear your circle of reciprocity. That's the energy that comes out the right arm, circles into your left hand so that you can receive. So we're going to bring the energy from the heart, throat, sixth crown, and all of your rings. We're going to bring that out your right arm. So we're just going to so it's stuck right at your shoulder there. So we receive when we're giving. So we're going to we're going to just keep bringing that energy out the right arm as you give out into the world with your energies and your gifts, and it's that outward expression. And then allow the receiving as it comes into that left hand. So that's stuck. So that's why you're not receiving. It has nothing to do with other people not giving to you. It has to do with you allowing yourself to receive. So right now you're not allowing. And that creates a little bit of vulnerability. As I'm helping you bring the energy up this left arm, allowing is a vulnerable energy. It's an energy of surrender. It's the opposite of controlling, which is what a lot of you are trying to do, is control everything. When our world feels unstable, we often try to control as much as possible so that we're not blindsided, so we're not caught by surprise, But when we're trying to control everything, we're not allowing surrender. We're not allowing ourselves to receive. So as it's coming through the shoulder, it's coming down through the front and back of the heart, out the right, in the left, through the front and back of the throat, sixth crown, through all of your rings, and out that right arm. Okay, great. So that is the basics of running your energy. It took a little longer today because we had a lot of energies to clear. Let's see if there's any cords that you guys need to release, because that's also a big energy drain. And It can cause us to feel pain. It can cause us to feel and think things that are not our thoughts. So let's see where you have any energy cords. So right in the sixth chakra, there's some people cording here that wonder what you're thinking about, what's on your mind, what are you up to? They trying to climb in there and or maybe they want you to see things their way. That's another reason why people will cord here. So we're just going to go to the core of the sixth chakra, and we're just going to gently pull that energy out. We never cut. That leaves residual energy, which they can just come right on back really easy. That's not to say they can't come back anyway, but you haven't released all of the energy when you just cut a cord. There's just still energy stuck in there, just like if you cut a tree off at the stump. The whole stump is still there. So this helps release the stump and all the roots. Then you just send that energy back to them. Okay, 7, 6, 5. So in the heart, we're also going to go there, and we're going to go to the core of the heart. These are people that are like trying to make you feel bad, maybe about what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're just bad in general. So guilty, make you feel guilty about things too. So we're just going to pull those out and just send those energies back to them. Whew. And as we're coming down through the heart, let's see, 7, 6, 5, 4, right at the solar plexus as well, people trying to control what you're doing. So let's do the same thing. You go to the core of that solar plexus and we just pull that energy out front and back and just send that energy back to them. Okay, good. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then right at the root. So we do this a little differently. We're going to go to the core of your root chakra, and we're going to expand that circle, like that worry circle. We're going to expand the circle. You can imagine people sitting on the edge of that rim. And we're just going to expand the circle out till all of that energy just goes back to all of these people. This is the most common place where people cord, is right at the root. So if you ever have a thought, I wonder if so-and-so is courting to me, or anybody is courting to me, just do that. Just do this circle thing. Just expand the circle, and then you don't have to worry, because chances are if you're thinking about it, it's most likely the case. Okay, so that's cords. Guys. There's still 2 more fear entities. Let's see if we can get these out in a so that you can send you off for the weekend in a really good space. And also, before I forget, this like a really important thing is starting Monday, we're going to be doing this process every day for 21 days. And it's all moving us towards the spring equinox. So every day we're going to spend 20 to 30 minutes doing this process, so that every day we get clearer and clearer, and we notch a little deeper, and we're all clearing a path so that we can plant these really valuable and important seeds, all the things that you're trying to create and accomplish. We're going to be planting those seeds on the spring equinox, so they're really powerful process. And then we're going to spend 2 weeks integrating what we've planted so that it can all manifest in a really good way. So you can check out that link there, which is, I believe, both on Facebook and YouTube, and join us so that every day, and the first day is on Zoom, but the rest is just on the phone. No videos, we just drop in and you just get cleared. And every day your life just gets easier and easier, and things manifest more magically, and you feel calmer and calmer. So if you have something you'd like to launch, or you just would like to feel more stable in your life, then join us starting Monday. So we're really excited about this. So let's find these last two fear entities so you can start the weekend off in a really good way. So right at the sixth chakra, out to that third layer. So this is a fear entity that's affecting what you think and what you believe, that you're not powerful. Okay, good. We're going to pull that up into the crown, out to that third layer. So this is affecting your power. Up and out of the crown. And then the last one is right at the heart, out to that third layer, causing you to maybe even be afraid to open your heart, to be vulnerable. Maybe you're trying to call in a partnership and your heart's closed, but you don't know how to open it. So, in all the ways you're judging yourselves, feeling like you should be doing more, not doing enough. It's all your fault. Let's pull this up into the throat. I'm going to go out to the third layer, up into the sixth chakra, also out to that third layer, and then up into the crown, also out to that third layer, up and out of the crown. Okay, good. I was just checking one last thing. So let's also measure a couple things. I know I'm going a little over here. Ride's about to come pick me up any minute. I want to measure anger, which is at 0. So you should be feeling a lot calmer now. And let's also measure anger, 15%, right at the root, out to that third layer. So we're going to bring that in. Whew. Sending that down the grounding. Okay, so now fear is at 0. And amusement, super valuable and a great way to not take things so seriously. Amusement is at 50%. Let's bring it up to 100 so you can find a little more amusement about what's going on. So right in the sixth chakra, out to that third layer, when you believe that you're powerless, that might not seem very funny or amusing at all. So let's clear all of that serious energy, all those beliefs, programs around that. We're just going to drop it down that grounding. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then down at the root, out to that third layer. Pull in that serious energy where it doesn't feel safe to step into your power. If you feel stuck and trapped, that's not very amusing, right? But we're going to drop all this energy down the grounding. And I'd love to hear if any of you have been noticing how you felt when you came on to how you feel now. Are you feeling calmer? Are you feeling a little more grounded, maybe more present in your body? Maybe some aches and pains are showing up that weren't there before, which can be the life force that's coming back into places that have been asleep, been dead, been disconnected. So this is a really powerful process, and doing this over 21 days, it's actually amazing what you can create from beginning to end. So I hope you'll be joining us on Monday. We are going to just get started, right? Monday. And then once you get signed up, all the information is in the portal. Of course, if you ever have any questions, you can always email support, and we will answer your questions right away. I will be out of range most of today. I'll be back this evening to be able to check and see what else is going on. But off to the family project again. So thank you everybody for your patience today through all of this chaos and trying new things, which always has a learning curve to it. And thanks again, Lynn, for helping me this morning, and Roma, all of your support. So much appreciation for both of you. And all of you out here who come on board every Tuesday at noon, thinking about changing the time so we're going to get more different different people that can be accessed. But Fridays will always be at 11:11. So we'll see you either Tuesday or Friday, and hopefully on Monday, so you can really join us, so we can launch your rockets of desire. All right, sending so much love, and have a great weekend. All right, namaste.